Hello, friends. If you are collecting Social Security right now, and what you are about to hear may be the most consequential conversation you have had about here are three situations. Tell me in the comments which one lands closest to. First, you claimed at 62. You needed the money and you made the best decision you could. But every month since you have received a permanently reduced check, and somewhere in the back of your mind, you have wondered if there was a window to fix that. Nobody at the Social Security Administration mentioned it when you applied. Nobody called. Now, you do not know if that window is still open or whether it closed without you knowing. Second, you have heard about a form that lets you reset your Social Security claim. You looked it up and found two terms, Form SSA-521 and voluntary. You are not sure whether those are the same thing or completely different. And you are not confident enough in your understanding to act on either one. Third, your check may be lower than it should be right now. Not because of but because of a mistake in a record you have probably never reviewed. An error in your earnings history that silently reduced your base benefit. That no one told you about. And that you have the right to correct at any time. If any of those three lands for you, stay with me. I am covering 4 mechanisms today, laid out by timeline, so you can identify which one applies to your situation. Before the disclaimer, drop a comment. How old were you when you claimed? Type the number. And I am saving the most time-sensitive strategy for last. It has a 12-month window. Most people only learn about it after that window has permanent. This video is made for United States adults 60 and older who claim Social Security retirement or who are approaching that decision. The goal is to help you understand 4 specific so you are not acting on incomplete information and not missing a window you never. Everything I cover today comes from official sources, the Social Security Administration, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, and the official Social Security. I will name each source as we go. This is educational content only. It is not personalized financial, tax, or legal, and nothing here is a promise that you will receive any specific additional payment. Before you take action on any of this, talk to a licensed professional who knows 4 strategies today. Counting down from 4 to 1. Number 1, the Social Security Administration publishes these rules in plain language, but does not per the Social Security Administration's own actuarial data. The average person who reaches 65 can expect another 19 to 21 years. The decision you made about when to claim will follow you for 2 decades. Getting the full picture now is worth your time. Strategy number 4 is per the Social Security Administration, for every month past your full retirement age that you delay, your benefit grows by 2/3 of 1% permanently. That is 8%. Pause this and write down 2 numbers, 8% per year. Every strategy today either earns these credits, recovers them, or full retirement age for anyone born in 1960 or later is 67. 3 years of delay from 67 to 70 adds exactly 24% for every month for the rest of your life. On a full retirement, that produces a new benefit of $2,480. $480 more every single month. There is also a compounding layer most people miss. The annual cost of living adjustment is a percentage of your current benefit. So on the higher base, every future adjustment is larger in raw dollars for as long as you collect. The break-even point. The age at which waiting pays off more than collecting early typically falls between 78 and 83. Strategy number 2 applies to anyone who has already claimed and has since reached. If your spouse is collecting a spousal benefit based on your Social Security record right now, type the word spouse in the comments. What I am about to say matters more to you. You can contact the Social Security Administration and request that your retirement benefits be starting the following month. Your payments stop, but here is what happens: 8% per year, 2/3 of 1% per month. You earn those credits even though you have already claimed. And you do not repay a single dollar of what you have already on a benefit of $2,000 at full retirement age. A 3-year suspension produces a new benefit of $2,480, $480 more every month, permanently. Break even is typically around age 82. Now, per the Social Security Administration, effective from a 2015 federal, when you suspend your retirement benefit, any benefits paid to family members, that means a spouse's spousal benefit and dependent child benefits, pause the moment before you call about voluntary suspension. Have that conversation with your spouse first. The math looks very different when 2 incomes pause, not 1. Here is an illustrative composite that reflects how this works. Consider Carol, a retired teacher in Western Pennsylvania who filed at 62 when her household needed. At 67, a Social Security planning specialist explained voluntary suspension. She requested the suspension. In over 3 years, her benefit grew by 20. At 70, she restarted at a permanently higher monthly amount. This is an illustrative composite, not a documented individual case, but it reflects exactly how the Social Security Administration's voluntary suspension rules apply. Strategy number 3 affects every person watching. Whether you claimed last week, claimed 15 years ago, or have not yet claimed at all, your Social Security retirement benefit is calculated from a base amount built on your earnings record. Every year of wages you paid Social Security taxes on, going back to when you started, whether years showing lower income than you earned or years showing 0 when you were working, permanently lower your base benefit per the Social Security Administration. And every strategy in this video is worth less than it could be if that starting number. Pause and write down your online Social Security account at the official Social Security website. That is where your earnings history lives, year by year. Log in this week. Compare every year against your W-2 forms. Per the Social Security Administration's documentation, if you find a discrepancy, you have the right to file a request for correction of earnings record, and the Social Security Administration is required to review it. A single incorrectly recorded year can permanently and quietly reduce your monthly benefit. Most people never check. Now, strategy number 1, the form is called Form SSA-521. The request for withdrawal if you have already claimed Social Security retirement benefits. This form allows you to completely withdraw that application as if you never filed. 4 conditions, and all 4 must be true. Condition 1, you must be within 12 months of your very first Social Security retirement payment, not from when you changed your mind, but from the first check. If that date has passed, the window is permanently closed. Condition 2, you must repay every dollar received. Every monthly payment plus any Medicare Part B premiums deducted from your checks. Per the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, those deducted premiums are part of the repayment total with no exceptions. Condition 3, per the Social Security Administration, you may use Form SSA-521 one time in your lifetime only. Condition 4, it applies to retirement benefits only, not to survivor or disability benefits. Pause and write this down. Form SSA-521, request for withdrawal of application, 12 months from first payment. Full repayment including Medicare premiums one time in your lifetime. Retirement benefits only. Now, the math error in almost every other video on the standard example shows a 25% reduction for someone claiming 60 months early. That does not match the Social Security Administration's published formula. Claiming 60 months early produces a 30% reduction per the Social Security on a full retirement age benefit of $2,200. The correct early benefit at 62 is $1,540, not $1,920. Using Form SSA-5, the 24% delayed credit applies to the full retirement age amount. $2,200 times 1.24 equals $2,000. The monthly difference compared to staying at the early rate is $1,188. The exact figure varies by individual, but the formula is the one the social. Pause here for the full side-by-side comparison. Form SSA-521 full repayment including Medicare premiums. One time per lifetime. Voluntary suspension at full retirement age or later. No repayment of spousal and dependent benefits on your record. Also pause simultaneously. Different forms. Different rules. Different timing. Different costs. Here is the full picture. Strategy 4. 8% per year past full retirement age. The mechanism. Strategy 3. Your earnings record at the official Social Security Administration website. Check it this week and request corrections where errors exist. Strategy 2. Voluntary suspension after full retirement age. No repayment of past benefits, but spousal benefits on your record, so talk to your spouse first. Strategy 1. Form SSA, full repayment including Medicare premiums. One time per lifetime. The correct reduction for 60 months of early claiming is 30% per the Social Security, not the 25% seen in most other explanations. 3 things before. Log into your online Social Security account at the official Social Security website this week. If you find an error, you have the right to request a correction, and there is 2 if you are within 12 months of your very first Social Security retirement payment. Do not wait. The official Social Security Administration website has the full instructions and the eligibility requirements. Talk to a licensed professional who specifically works with Social Security timing decisions. These decisions are permanent, and the right specialist can run your actual number. If someone you know claimed early and has assumed that decision is permanent, share. The 12-month window is something most people never hear about until it has already closed. The next video covers the earnings record correction process step by step and is linked right now. Before you leave, go back to the timestamp where I gave you the side-by-side comparison.